Guys, what's going on? I've got a rod and reel review for you today. I'm going to be reviewing the new Lew's Custom Speed Stick Magnum pitching stick and the Lew's Super Duty in the new high-speed 8-to-1 gear ratio. I've fished these Lew's reels pretty much exclusively now for about 3 to 4 years. I like them a lot, so I'd heard a lot of good things coming out about the new Lew's rod, so I figured I'd pick a couple of them up and see what they're all about. So I picked up one of these rods here, and I also picked up 3 of the Team Lew's rods. So if you watch my other videos, I'll do a review on that as well. But again, this is the new Lew's Custom Speed Stick Magnum pitching stick. You'll notice it's a little bit different than the rest of the line. If you're used to the custom speed sticks, this one looks a little bit different. That's because it's a demo or prototype rod. If you look at the ones that were released to the public, they've got white right here on the base, and then they're black all the way up. So this is the exact same rod as those white and black custom speed sticks. This was just a prototype rod, so it looks a little bit different. This rod's a 7-foot 4-inch heavy fast. It's rated for 15 to 65 pound braid and ½ ounce to 2 ounce lures. I threw it a lot this weekend on Table Rock. Again, there wasn't a lot of grass around, so I wasn't doing a lot of pitching, but what I was doing is I was throwing a heavy 3/4 ounce football head jig on it, fishing some deep points and things like that. So the rod really had a lot of sensitivity to it, and you can tell it's made for flipping grass and pitching to grass and things like that because it's got a lot of backbone to it. On that 3/4 ounce jig, the rod hardly bends at all. It throws it very nicely, and I didn't have any issues at all. It's got titanium oxide inserts on stainless steel guides. I did notice that these were a little bit loud pulling braid through them. I'm pulling 65 pound Sunline FX2 through them, and I don't know if it was a combination of the braid or the fact that the braid is new. I just strung it up a couple days ago, but I think it's the fact that the titanium oxide guides are just a little bit louder than alkanite or something like that. It wasn't a huge issue. I still caught fish on it. I didn't notice it affecting that, but when you're fishing it, it is a little bit louder than some of the other rods that I fish. I decided to pair it up with a Lew's Super Duty in the new high-speed 8-to-1 gear ratio. When you're flipping, pitching, things like that, I love to have a nice high-speed reel that I can pull up a lot of line with. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of slack in your line whenever you're pulling along and you get that bite, and you can reel up a lot of line with a fast reel. So I want to try this reel out, and it's phenomenal. I've had several of the Super Duties before. This isn't my first Super Duty. They're a great reel. I basically use them for all my heavy duty stuff. So I've got one on my frogging rod. I've got one on my Alabama rig swim bait rod. So I've used this reel a lot. It's a great reel. Basically all it is it's just a normal Lew's reel, except for it's got all the brass gears, so it gives it a little more durability than something made with aircraft grade aluminum or something like that. But again, all in all, guys, I've been extremely happy with this rod and reel setup. As you can see right here, it's got a keeper right here that's built in to the handle, so it's out of the way. You don't really have to worry about it, and I like that a lot. I didn't know how I'd like it at first because I was so used to one being here or here on the rod, but having it right there on the trigger, I haven't had any issues with it at all, and I actually like it quite a bit. So again, the Lew's Custom Speed Stick Magnum pitching stick. It's a very stiff rod. You can throw heavy baits on it. It's got a lot of sensitivity. I can see it used for several applications. I like to flip docks around Lake of the Ozarks, but a lot of times you're in tight quarters, so you can't really flip a big 710, 711 flipping stick. So this would also work good there, someplace where you're flipping around docks or in tight quarters. So again, it's a great rod. If you guys have any questions, make sure to comment below, and I'll do the best I can to answer. Thanks.